I'm intolerant as fuck.
You're going to wait until, what is this, round 24 to contribute? Is that why?
I think what you're saying is you're low energy, Benjamin. Is that right?
No. I'm high energy. I'm giving overtime Ben energy here. This is at time and a half.
Okay.
Ben energy. But yes, it is coming from a baseline tired Ben. 100%.
What was last week?
Yeah.
If we're tired energy now, what was last week?
Oh, last week was that was good eng. We had good eng. I know I fucked around and I was late, almost late to the party, but it ended up being a solid chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Just the Tip. You really, if I've learned one thing in life,
don't play the music for that one.
Okay.
Don't trust any man or woman with a foreskin. Is basically, there we go. We got it out in under 3 minutes.
You had a lot of experience with women with foreskins.
Yeah. What's going on there?
Yeah.
Every one of them has one, or most of them have them.
Okay. It sounds to me.
This isn't a biology lesson, but there is a female adaptation of what the male. Anyway.
Did you have a bad date?
Yeah.
No, I haven't been on a date.
You haven't been on a date since the two who will not be named?
The threesome?
The two unnamables.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to bring it up because it makes you say it.
No, I have not, dude. Like that area of my life isn't a present focus at the moment. I have more pressing. I have more fish to fry. As man, we should
showing up on time once a week.
We got to start a fish and chip shop. Call it Just the Chip. Let's just do it. Like, what are we fucking around for? Matt, eat some fish. We'll be right. Let's go.
Yeah, no, it's not going to happen.
Not to squash your joke, but nah, I'm good. I already have a show with you. I don't want to go into business with you.
Yeah, no,
absolutely
sorry.
not.
Oh, no. You don't own the business. I pay you $12 an hour.
Oh, I'm working there.
Fish.
Yeah.
You quit your job.
Wait, so you're running the business, Ben?
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm gonna create such an environment where you absolutely do not want to be.
Okay.
Intentionally.
Yes.
I'm gonna make a.
If I can imagine you making an environment I don't want to be a part of, let me just imagine that for a second.
Let me tell you. You're walking into this fish and chip shop. And there is a massive sign literally at the entrance, and it's an organizational pyramid. And basically, you've got this thin layer of the pyramid at the bottom with your faces, and then just like this ridiculously unnecessary cone at the top. And then it would be technical. You would absolutely.
And that's your business plan? Just the pyramid? Just a pyramid on a piece of paper?
It just says fish and chip shop out the front, and then you come in and it's a piece of paper with a pyramid on it.
This is how we work. This is how we run business. Okay, you see the pyramid?
Here's the deal, right? It's basically the soup Nazi kitchen. So they've got the best fish and chips literally in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it is an absolute horrific environment, not only for the customers, but the staff. But they all know that when they go there, they're getting Michelin star. It's pyramids. Michelin star with a grandma's homemade feel at a Michelin star level.
It's a Michelin star, but the star is two pyramids, and they're sort of together.
It's a Masonic, Masonic style fish and chip logo, basically the Freemason symbol with like.
Welcome to another episode of Just the Tip. I'm your host, Mike. Joining me always, Matthew. How you doing?
I'm doing just great. I really want to play Baldur's Gate 3 right now.
Yeah.
So, let's get cracking up. I'm not going to play it tonight.
No, I don't think I can play it tonight either.
Doesn't it suck when your hobby's games?
No, it doesn't. What's your hobby?
Rocks. The rules, bro.
I got obscure.
Going down the prosy chop?
Yeah.
Modular caving.
Modular caving, yeah. Writing modular caving down.
We just took like 10 seconds on that one. That was so good. So quick,
and join with me, hit or miss every week, Benjamin. Benjamin, how you going? Thank you for joining us. Appreciate that.
You almost didn't make it today. We got a message from you this afternoon saying, boys, I'm going to sit this one out. And we were like, why? And you were like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You're like, guy, you're like, man, you know, you're going to call in sick, and that means me and Mike have to pull an all-nighter to carry your weight. We have families to go home to. And I said, you know what? Those guys are right. Business is business. You got to be there for your boys. So that's why I'm here.
Are you going to do it? Is business for the rest of the year? Wait, what is it? Round 24? We haven't got long to go.
We haven't got long to go.
We're almost there. We're looking at Mount Doom. I can see it.
Yeah. Wait,
it's hot.
Can I just ask, Ben, is the reason why you said you were going to sit out because you were tired from work?
No, I've just got like work commitments, which this time allocation, but that's fine. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Everybody watching, I love you, and that's why I'm here. I love you.
Deflection.
Classic deflection.
Fucking passion. It's the kind of passion that you could roast marshmallows on.
I'm glad you're okay. I can't say the same for your tipping, though. You managed to take the Manly Sea Eagles in the first round. You did not back your boys. Talk me through that.
What's a guy to do? Come on.
He said it last week.
You know what? For every reason I thought it was going to happen, I'm going to stick by it. Mm-hmm. I tipped the wrong one, and I take full accountability.
Are you starting to feel the noose around your neck that is Lachlan and Matt creeping up on you?
Creeping.
Are you starting to get little Ben Stearns sweats on the top of your lip? Sorry, I meant to say Ben Moore sweats. Ben Moore sweats on the top of your lip.
Shout out to Ben Moore.
Oh, dude.
Do you feel it in your plums?
I feel it in my plums.
Do you wake up and you're like, something's wrong, and you don't know what it is?
You know what? I only look ahead of me in life in general, and I don't look back. And you know what? Like,
you do a lot of looking back, dude. I don't think you know which way you're going.
You're not my fucking therapist. You're not my therapist.
This is what this podcast is for.
There's a lot of crab running as well in your life.
Yeah.
What are your hobbies?
But man, I tipped the Manly on the podcast last week, and I decided to flip to the Roosters just in a bid to try and gain ground on Benjamin.
Yeah.
And it turned out well, and I would have got a perfect round if I listened to our dear friend Elliot and tipped the Sharks.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Let's get to it. We all took the Waz. Waz won. It was fucking bullshit. We were at that game. Mo Fodawaker getting sent off for having Chance putting his head into Mo's chest. Like?
Yeah. Okay. So he got suspended for a week, which I think is fair. Hit him in the high, knocked him out cold.
Yeah.
Was it a send off? No, it was not a send off. He just he was coming in to make a tackle. There was no jumping like Nathan Brown. He was just boom, head in. It was bullshit. Yeah. We won that game.
We did. Spiritually, we won that game.
Don't
get 2 points for a spiritual win. What fucking does my head in is the Titans played so well. They showed so much grit and determination in that game, and they hung in there until the last 10 minutes when it sort of got away from them.
Yeah.
Mo Fodawaker makes a difference there. Tino makes a fucking difference there. I mean, everybody's saying it. I'm liking the signs for the Titans in the future, but we have been here before, haven't we?
Yeah, Mike, I tell you what would have made a difference. 13 players on the field. We had 12 players on the field for 60 minutes of the game.
Of
course, we're going to fucking, just ran out of gas. And then, the Tohu barge over try, I can excuse that because we were defending so much. And then it was AKP, just air swing on the ball, just couldn't get it.
Yeah, it was bullshit.
We were so much closer.
Only the Melbourne Storm True Souls took the Storm. Everybody else took the Panthers. We all took the Broncos. This is where I'm gaining ground. Actually, I'm perpetually in 7th.
It's a good place to
Harry, Noah doesn't count, but Harry was the only one to take the Sharks. Good shit. Like you said, Elliot gave us the heads up on this one. We did not listen.
Didn't listen.
Sharks come out with a beautiful victory. A beautiful little Vicky. Eels only barely beat the Dragons. Bit of controversy in that game, but I didn't watch it, so fuck that. Anyone catch that one?
No, I was playing Dungeons and Dragons. I had it on the TV, the screen next to me, but I wasn't paying attention.
Would you say that's one of your hobbies?
Oh yes, one of my many hobbies. I have lots.
And the last game, I did watch this game because I had a vested interest in some plays in this game, according to relating to fantasy. I was sweating. There was a couple of hours of my life there where I did not make the top 8 in fantasy. Ben, I was out of it. I was the Sydney Roosters of fantasy, and I was there upset. And then the points came in afterwards. They checked them, they rechecked them, and I scooped in by 3 fantasy points. Was it? Bring it up.
Yeah. It was very close. 4 points.
4 points. Oh my god. A tackle is 1 point, and a missed tackle is -2. Just to put that into context. So if any one of your players had missed 2 more tackles, I would not be in.
Yeah, that's right. I needed to beat my opponent, who was in 8th, so Mike could slot into 8th. I beat him. He fell out of the 8. Mike slipped in, and yeah, you're welcome, Mike. How are you going to repay me?
I'm thinking margaritas, but I don't think we're going to see each other for a long time.
I'm thinking another way.
I'll take a margarita.
I think there's plenty of ways that Matt accepts payment.
Would you pay money to watch me give Matt a hand job, Ben?
Okay, you playing it slow.
Yeah. Just hand.
Yeah.
You know what? I wouldn't pay money for that. No.
What if it was a glory hole?
No. If you were like,
what if it was what if it was like a reverse glory hole?
What's a reverse glory hole?
Where Matt's on one side and I'm on the other side of the wall, and you can't see me. You just see Matt's butt.
Oh, so I'm putting my butt through a hole, and you're just
no. Your cock is still going through. Your cock is still going through the hole. I'm just
so lost, dude. Can you
just can't see me
on the screen?
Oh, I see. You're just seeing me just up against a wall like this. Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't want to get it.
Anything to say about the week that was, Benjamin?
Yeah, it was actually a few good games. It was just a tidy little weekend. I didn't slip any ground. I didn't lose any more ground in the tipping. Like I said, I'm not worried about those guys. They're dust. This is my year.
I think you did, man.
Yeah, we're creeped up by 1.
9, 10,
Are you
11,
sure?
12.
Yep.
3.
Hang on.
I've been at 3 since last week.
A 3 what? What do you mean? Oh, 3 ahead?
3 ahead, yeah.
Well, you tipped 6 this week, and Lockie and I tipped 7, so we're coming.
Yeah.
You are coming.
Got 4. Yuck. This just in, hot off the press, Corey Horsburgh re-signs for I don't know how many years, but 2.3 million is the number they're chucking around. How many years do you think that is?
I'd say 3.
3?
I think that's
4?
fair. Yeah. I'd say 2.3. He's a State of Origin player now.
Yeah.
Probably going to be playing lock, Where'd you see this?
This was a Twitter exclusive. This is hot off the press. This is like within the last couple of hours. Who is writing this via... This is Courier Mail is writing this.
So you said it was 2.3?
Yeah, 2.3 mil. That's what I wrote down here. Hang on, let me see. Yeah, 2.3.
Yeah, I'd probably say 3 years. It's because that's about 760K a year. I think it's probably worth that.
I wouldn't pay more than 1.6. 1.6.
Why not? Is it his hair?
It's his pasty skin. He's just so like he looks sticky all the time.
I'd say he looks clammy. Clammy hands.
Yeah. Like you'd shake his hand, you'd be like, oh, okay. Yep.
Clammy and stressed.
He's a bit scaly. He's definitely got a bit of Dragonborn about him.
Yeah,
it's definitely very scale. Yeah,
he's the kind of guy that would get like some rash in between his like toes all the time. It'd just be like red and crusty or something. You just never know because he's wearing shoes.
He's definitely got web toes, that's for sure.
Mhm.
He's got just one. Did you guys see the Michael Carayannis? Michael Carayannis, the journo
journo?
versus Jerome Luai? Apparently, he approached Jerome Luai at an airport. This was after Jerome Luai posted after the State of Origin game, that thing like you can't say work tomorrow. I may be paraphrasing.
That was about right as a shit post.
Yeah. Michael approached him, said, "Hey man, I know you. I've met you. I know you're not a dickhead. Why are you acting like a dickhead?" Jerome Luai took great offense to that. And the next time Michael showed his head at a Penrith Panthers thing, like to get an interview with him, Jerome Luai called him a gronk and said, I'm not being interviewed by that fucking gronk.
Wow.
Weeks later, and like we're going to present day now, Michael Carayannis brings that up in a podcast that he's on. Everybody asked Jerome Luai about it, and Jerome Luai, if you could put the Instagram post up here, I'll save it.
Yep.
He has a photo of the journalist with Gronk written on his forehead, 2 crying tear emojis, and the Ratatouille rat.
The Ratatouille rat. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Luai's just adding a meme.
The rat. That's rat.
Yeah.
That's rat.
I will put it in the chat right now so I don't forget. But yeah, great stuff out of Jerome Luai. Again, why he's one of my favorite players. Hunt doesn't take shit. Like,
it's good for content, that's for sure.
You like the boisterousness of him.
I do. I like the arrogance. I like the showmanship. I like that he's a bit of a heel. I love my heels. I see myself as a bit of a heel. And that's what I love about Jerome Luai.
We should dude, I can totally imagine you should totally have the Eels as your team.
I said heel with a H.
Yeah, not an eel.
I'm just imagining you.
I'm a bit of an eel myself.
In a Parramatta jersey. Can we put Mike in a Parramatta jersey right now on the screen? And I'm telling you, he suits it. He fucking suits it. Come on, we all want to see him in a Parramatta. There you go, Parramatta jersey.
You guys have given me so much work to do. Just let me play Bowler's Gate.
Yeah, that's great Jerome Luai stuff. Love him. Keep it coming. Possibly getting a circuit for that one, Jerome. Love that.
Yeah, keep that in mind.
My last little bit of news is that Justin Holbrook has joined the Roosters coaching staff.
Has he?
Yeah, he signed a bit of money for a couple of years.
Good for him.
That's all I can do for that.
Good for you.
He's going to bring the same success as he brought to the Titans.
Titans were on the upswing, you know? I think so. And Roosters' attack has been lackluster this year. And Holbrook can only attack. He cannot defend. We know that. He's only attack. So, yeah, it might be a good signing. I actually don't hate that for the Roosters.
Assistant coach.
Yeah, assistant to the assistant coach.
And he's got head coach experience. He coached in the Super League. I believe he won a couple Prems with St. Helens. Is that right?
Easy to do.
It's
if you and I could coach St. Helens, bro.
It's a demotion. He's getting a demotion.
Yeah.
I need a better light source. My lighting's fucked.
You need to stop rubbing your fucking eyes, dude.
Yeah.
My eyes are red. Whatever. Anyway, Holbrook, we don't want him. We don't want him. He should be fucking.
You guys are good just where you are.
Floors. He should be working the graveyard shift at a car park, cleaning the cement.
I don't think you need to pick up your microphone, dude. I think you can just leave it on the table.
I like it. I like it.
Fine. You have to clean garage floors. You're doing the Lord's work.
Did you see the news about Payne Haas?
Oh yeah, that is just Payne Haas manager rhetoric, isn't it? It's just like trying to eke a little bit more money out of him.
Yeah, well, the big news being that he reportedly knocked back Brisbane's offer of $1.1 million a year for 3 years, that's good money. That's Taumalolo money.
Dude, that's too much. Hey, that's how you can ruin your cap like that. Even though the salary cap has increased, you can really ruin the cap by offering middle forwards that amount of money.
Yeah. So, but he is, arguably probably the best front rower in the game. He
is.
I don't reckon how much these players get paid should be public knowledge, because I reckon they're not allowed to discuss it with each other.
It's not public knowledge.
It's not. No, it's not really public knowledge. It's just reported on.
Also reported.
I feel the opposite. I feel like it should be like is it the NBA where everybody's salaries are out in the open?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it should be like that. you can't hide. You can't do the sombrero with that sort of
just
thing.
like salaries, just like a list of players, dick length, just a list. Like they're just comparing every metric. It's like,
oh, you associate salaries with dick length, I guess.
no, because they what do you call it? What do you call it when you compensate? Yeah, people use what the other one. Wait, I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Also,
Justin Holbrook.
Yeah.
Also, we should and Ben, close your ears because we're going to be talking about the 50% of the species right now. The women's soccer football team, the Women's World Cup is on at the moment. I believe it's hosted in Australia and New Zealand, and the Australian women's team are in the quarterfinals.
Let's fucking go. I saw that
we've lost one game so far in the pool stage.
I saw that
one viewer and one podcaster.
Peace out, bro. I saw that Anthony Albanese wants to potentially do a public holiday for everybody in Australia if the Matildas make it to the grand final. How do you feel about that? I'm into that.
I'm for it.
Yeah, so we can all watch it. That'll be sick.
Another thing that Ben cannot partake in because he's overseas.
Man, you guys are so like fake.
What do you mean?
What are you talking about?
I don't know how you can fake interest in soccer.
I didn't. I was genuinely interested in getting the day off, which is one of my hobbies, having a day off. One of my main hobbies.
To that.
See, here's the thing, Benjamin. Here's the thing, all right? I've never been that into soccer. What I am into, though, is our great country, Australia. And if we're going well in any sport, I'm excited about it. And we're hosting the World Cup. The two-time reigning champions USA have been knocked out of the cup. There's room for us. We just beat Denmark.
It's looking good.
I like it.
Who are the other good teams? Sweden knocked America out, right?
I believe, hold on, I was checking this earlier. There was one team which fucking killed it. Japan killed it in the group stages. They didn't concede a single goal, won for all 3 games. England's good as well. England went undefeated. Sweden's good as well. So there's a couple, motherfucker teams out there. But Aussie spirit.
Yeah, let's go. Up the Tillies, I reckon.
Yeah, love it.
Should we get into some tipping? Should we do some tipperoonies? What do you guys think?
I could tip.
Could you tip?
I could tip.
If I click raise my hand, does that come up on the screen? I wonder if that's in the recording.
Oh, well, we're about to find out.
All right, first game of the round. Wow, $9.30. That is a kick in the teeth. We've got the Manly Sea Eagles hosting the Penrith Panthers at Fake Craft Beer Park. That's an old joke for you true souls. Panthers paying $1.07. Sea Eagles paying at $9.30. Benjamin, you going to take the Sea Eagles back-to-back weeks? What do you reckon?
Ask Matt first, because I just got to go into my screen thingy.
Go.
Okay. Yep. That's a nice background. Okay. Am I going to be tipping Manly? No. I'm never going to tip against the Panthers this year. I did check some history. So Manly have not beaten Penrith since 2018. Can't see that changing now.
Really? Home or away?
Both.
Fuck.
5 years last time they beat the Panthers. But, they've been good. At least they've been motherfuckers for the last 4 years. But also blow to Manly. Matt Lodge, after just joining the club, has done his ACL, confirmed. So he's gone for this year and the start of next year.
I think he was on a train and trial sort of thing as well, wasn't he?
Yeah. So who knows? That might be the end of his career. Who knows? But
there was some sort of monetary fund that could look after players if something like that happened.
Yeah.
But
I've got the Panthers by 18 points in this one. But question for you guys, right? The Panthers have won 6 games in a row now. Last time they lost was to the North Queensland, I think, during the Origin period. From now to the finals, they play Manly, then they play the Titans, then they play Parramatta, then they play North Queensland again. Do they lose another match this year?
I think probably to the Titans. Titans are pretty dangerous at home. You're not going to be there.
I love that thinking. I love that.
But realistically, I mean, Eels can beat them. Eels are capable of beating them. Probably won't. And Cowboys have also proven that they're capable of beating them. Probably won't. It's 2 home games to end the season. And then they probably get a home finals game, right?
Yeah, first week of the finals.
Bruh, that's a fucking run right there. Holy shit. No, my answer is no. No one's going to beat the Panthers for the rest of the season, even in finals.
Yep.
I hope the Wars beat them, but they probably
That would
won't.
be lovely. Would be lovely.
How can you stop this fucking Panthers train? They're in an era.
Yeah, they're too good.
Panthers.
They've been building for so
Panthers
long.
are going to put on a cricket score. Panthers by 40 points.
40.
Yeah.
Or 0.
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
not a bad
hot take.
bet. I wonder how much that's paying on sports
You
bet.
watch them get so humiliated and emasculated that it fucks them up for the whole season. They're just going to crumble.
That's true.
This is their execution.
I think Manly are out of the contention for the 8. They had to beat the Roosters last week. I don't think they can make it in. Even if they do beat the Panthers.
No, they could still probably make it.
25?
They could still make it, but they would need the teams in like 6, 7, 8 to lose a few games.
All right, fair go.
Yeah.
Next game we have got. No one's taking the Eels, right? No one's taking the Eagles.
No one's taking the Eels.
Next game we have got the Sharks coming off a famous win against the Rabbitohs at
Game
home.
of the round.
Against no, it's not a full squad of Titans. Mo Fodawaker is out. AJ Brimson is out with the rib. Was it the rib I saw?
The rib.
Verrills is. We didn't talk about this. Verrills is getting his knee cleaned out. Did you see this?
Yeah, I thought it was a shoulder.
What?
Oh, shoulder. Sorry, Verrills is getting his shoulder cleaned out. He's getting it cleaned out. He's undergoing
colonic hydrotherapy for your
It
shoulder?
is. It is, but it requires more knives, and he won't be seen for the rest of the season. He wants to be back and ready for preseason next year, which I can appreciate that.
I can appreciate that. Yeah,
That
get a
sounds
good
like
off season
fake
in.
surgery. That's a fake excuse. He's going to do something super private, like a cock extension or something, and then he's just been like, "Oh, getting the shoulder vacuuming."
It's a fucking guy talking about fake excuses.
Yeah, I feel like you're projecting your own.
Yeah,
like it's like that. You've jumped straight to that. That's
Like-
something you would think of.
you've literally come from a cock extension yourself, and
That's
using
why
it
you
as a
always
fake
say-
I can
excuse.
recommend the best cock extension place if you need
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
I'm
Thank
good.
you.
I'm good. I appreciate the thought though.
Are you going to prove it?
Anyone taking the Titans on this one?
Well, I'll start.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to be taking the Titans. The Sharks also have a very good record against the Gold Coast. They've won their last 8 matches against the Titans. And they got maybe their mojo back. They beat the Rabbitohs by a good score last week. They conceded a few points late in the match, but up until that point, they were looking comfortable. They're at home as well. Need to keep winning to make the finals. Yeah, I have a feeling that the Titans, they just tried so hard in that Warriors game that maybe they'll be a little bit down on energy this week, having to travel as well. So I've got the Sharks winning by 8 points.
Yeah, that's fair. Benjamin, who have you got for this one?
I'm on Sharks, but I think it will be also much more than 8. I think they're going to put on Sharks by 20.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm
Okay,
also
yeah.
going to take the Sharks here. This is not a hard one. Matt, are you going to let me know when it's game of the round?
That was the one just before. I
That
said
was
it.
the one just before. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's a Titans game. There's something about that game that just makes me think game of the round.
Should be good. Next game, we have got the Broncos at home. Is it Suncorp or Gabba?
Gabba.
Yuck. Broncos versus the Eels. Who was out last week? It was Reynolds, right?
Adam Reynolds, yeah.
Would have forgiven you if you swapped to the Cowboys last week. It was pretty close, I believe. Pretty close.
No, I think the
right?
Broncos ended up running away with it.
Who is Dean Mariner? What the
He's
fuck
a
is
winger.
that guy?
It's a winger. He's just he's a fill-in.
Okay. Little journeyman.
Dude, why are all the games this week actually shit? Like, they're all,
'Cause
none of them are great.
We had the good ones last week.
Yeah,
I know,
last week.
It seems like such an average fucking. It's like below average.
Also, fuck, I love Warriors fans. I love them so much. They might be my favorite fans.
Mhm.
There's so many of them.
Yeah,
An impersonation.
They're coming out. They're very nice.
yeah. Do you remember that
Preservation one.
that one big fella? He was like in the aisle next to us. There's a big section of that's like the rich people section. They actually have like a little TV in front of their seats.
Yes,
And there was
the
one
guy.
dude who was really drunk. He basically wasn't watching the match. He would just like turn around to the crowd and be like, Yeah, just drinking, pointing at people. He was blowing kisses at one point to just people in the crowd. He was having a great time. So
Hey,
I
why
love
don't
it,
you
man.
take your iPad and put watch KO live while you're watching it, and just you do it yourself.
What do you
you
mean?
could
Do it
do
on
that.
your phone or an iPad and just KO it or whatever
You totally could. Totally could.
live at the game. So
That's
you're
a bitch
basically
move.
getting the screen for free.
Well, I'm already sort of getting the screen for free, aren't I? Because there's screens in the stadium. Oh, you mean in like the rich people section with the little...
Yeah, he's
little
saying just
screen
bring your own iPad and make your own rich person section with a little
Yeah.
little
I've seen
headset.
people listen to the radio so they can hear like the commentators.
People do
They're
that,
normally about 75, and God, they wear just these fucking beige pants, or these just like
Mhm.
fucking really weird, torpy sort of way too large t-shirt,
Uh-huh.
and just
What else?
and then just listen to this radio,
Yeah.
just listening away at Vossi and all the boys,
Uh-huh.
just getting into it.
Yeah.
And you know what? They're always alone, but it's beautiful.
Well, speaking of getting into it, have you got the Broncos or the Eels for this one, Benjamin?
I'm a wonky. I'm going to
You're on the
Will
wonkies?
I'm a Will Wonky.
You're a wonky? Yeah.
Yeah, Will Wonky.
That's good. That's good stuff. Matt, bring us back. Broncos
So
versus Eels.
there's a couple of changes for both teams. Adam Reynolds is back for the Broncos. Also Hetherington and Jordan Ricky. I think he was 18th man last week. He's on the edge. Yeah, Mariner comes in for Arthurs, who's concussed. For the Eels, Simonson goes to the wing, and Deja and Arcee goes to center. And I think Davey and Matterson are swapping between bench and edge.
Okay.
Funny stat. So this kind of surprised me that Parramatta is actually the number one of Brisbane's most played teams. Brisbane has
Really?
played Parramatta more than any other team in the NRL. The 64 matches they've had between the two of them. Yeah, I wouldn't have picked, but I guess there was for a long streak there was no other Queensland team. But it's just weird to have Parramatta be their most commonly played team.
Yeah, you think, well, I guess the Rabbitohs were out for a little bit. It makes sense. Roosters, maybe?
But yeah, I thought that was, Dragons maybe?
Dragons are a merger club, though, so I don't know if that counts. Yeah, fascinating. I am going to take the Broncos on this one as well, I think. I think they're too good. Do the Broncos drop a game in the regular season?
I hope so, to be honest. I think the Eels definitely have a shot now that Dylan Brown is back, but I'm not going to go against the Broncos here. They're in good form.
Absolutely correct. All right, well, I was going to look at the Broncos draw here. Ben, shut the fuck up, cunt. They've got a bye. They've got the Raiders and they've got the Storm. Yeah, I think they can do that for the rest of the season. Next game, we've got the Rabbitohs versus the Dragons. Dragons paying $7. Even though the Rabbitohs got absolutely pumped last week, and the Dragons look pretty good. The Dragons may or may not have gotten robbed last week. I am still probably gonna take the Rabbitohs here, even though there's value in the Dragons. I wouldn't hate you if you put $10 on the Dragons. That's an easy $70 right there. Matthew, what do you got?
So this game's in Cairns, actually. Barlow Park is the venue. Yeah, I mean, I'm also going to go with the Rabbitohs. They obviously lost, a bit disappointing against Cronulla last week. Apparently, the coach has basically said to him, like, what do you want to achieve this year? Because now is the fucking time to do it. But also doesn't help that they've lost Tom Burgess, suspended for 3 matches. So Shaq comes into the starting lineup. Jai Arrow named, despite having back spasms. He was like really seizing up in that game when he went off. But yeah, for the Dragons, but they've got their own blows. So Zach Lomax and Jack Bird are both out injured. So now Moses Sully and Max Fione, I think it's how they pronounce his name, come into the centers. Dragons beat the Rabbitohs back in June by 6 points. But yeah, South should win this one. If they're fucking serious about this year, they're winning this game.
Yeah. Zach Lomo and Bird out. That's not good for them. Yeah. South should win this one. Benjamin, what's your feeling on this one? What does your loins tell you?
Yeah, they are. These two teams do go back a bit. And I actually think it'll be a close one. I don't think South will win by much. I think they'll win by 2 or 3 tries. 2 tries. Yeah, I'm got no reason to fucking go for those cocksuckers so they can fuck off. The Dragons. Man, sorry, I just gotta apologize. Like, I'm so tired. Like, my eye. Have you ever had like your eyelid twitching?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You get these like weird eyelid twitches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
might be
I'm
under stress.
twitching out. I am
You stressed out?
What time did you wake up this morning?
I don't know. I haven't been sleeping right. If you're a sleep specialist, let me know and help me. Give me some tips.
Yeah, leave a comment for us. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not going to tip the Dragons for anything. I seem to have bad luck with the Dragons. They're my second team other than the Eels that fuck with me. So, no, fuck them.
Cool. Sounds
Reasoning.
good. This one is a Tigers home game, but it looks like it's overseas. Is this in New Zealand?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is this the one where the Tigers were like, let's take a home game to New Zealand?
I think so. Yeah, this one's in Hamilton.
Everybody probably should have done that, right?
Yeah, good for you, Tigers.
That is a show of good faith.
Yeah. And they need all the good faith they can get because they ain't winning games.
Yeah, they ain't winning this shit. Have I ever been in Hamilton? No, it's on the north side. Who's messaging you, Ben?
I'm going to put this on mute. I just got out of it. Sorry.
Oh, there it is again.
Dude, I fucked up my phone so hard.
Oh my God, it's still gone.
Yeah. I know.
It's a different app this time.
Just you guys just do.
Usually the button is like on the side.
Yeah, usually on the side of the phone.
Yeah,
still
on
going?
the side there's a silence.
Yeah, there's be like just on the side here. You just
I don't know. You should be able to like
click that,
drag down like that, and there'd be a silence button. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe even turn it off.
Look how like pwned this phone. It's not showing you, but
no, it's
not. It's really fucked up.
What'd you do?
I dropped it
Screen
recently and it broke, and I just paid to get the screen replaced like a week or so ago, and it's fucked again. So I'm buying a tank.
Oh.
If you don't know, do you know the
Sherman,
the niche
Panther,
the niche
what are we talking here?
Segment of the of like the tough phones, like the rugged phones.
Yeah, like the Nokia 365, whatever it was called.
The old
30, the old like Nokia 3080. I can't remember what it was, but yes.
Yeah, but now basically you can get smartphones. But the one I'm looking at, no joke, it's 0.5 kilo. It's 500 grams.
Is it a unihertz?
No, not a unihertz. I'm glad you know. Actually, no, you're looking it up now. Yes, it is a unihertz. Unihertz Tank 2. Shout out to this phone. Great phone.
Yeah, cool.
Is that too much of a commitment for the pocket? 0.5 kilo?
I mean, if you're going to keep dropping your existing phone, then I don't think so, no.
It's got a fucking projector, dude. There's a projector in the phone. You can project it on the wall.
What are you going to project?
Oh, videos of different descriptions.
You said it was you said it's 0.5 kilo?
It's literally over 500 grams. And the iPhone, the big iPhone Pro something, I think it's like 200 something grams. It's twice the weight of an iPhone.
That's like carrying around a 600 ml bottle of Coke in your pocket at all times.
Yeah, but think about the battery life.
Ben might have a 600 ml bottle of Coke in his pocket at all times, though.
It might, yeah.
So you might have to drop that bottle of Coke.
Yeah,
swap it out for the phone. Yeah.
Tigers versus Warriors.
Sleight of hand. Tigers versus Warriors. Spiritual Tigers home game, but Wars in New Zealand. I'm going to take the Wars. This will probably be a sold out crowd, I imagine, to watch them hump the Tigers. Benjamin. Wars Tigers.
What?
Matt. What?
Yeah, I'm also taking the Warriors. Basically at home, they're looking like they're going to lock up a top 4 spot, top 3. They can't lose to the bottom place team this close to finals. Also, but Charnes is out after getting knocked into the shadow realm by Mo, so we'll see. But that little fullback who replaced him, Taine Tawapiki.
He
was decent. He was good.
He's good.
Tiny. He's tiny. He's a small bar.
Hollow boned. Small boy.
Yeah,
does
Warriors
not
by
know
10.
ABCs. Next game, we've got the Sydney Roosters versus the Dolphins. Ben, you're going to tune in for this one?
Yeah. Man, what's a guy to do? What's a guy to do on this one?
Dolphins are
Their
shit.
track
I'm taking the.
record.
I'll give you a hint. Take your team, the Roosters. I think the Roosters are swinging
The
too hard,
reason
too
why
late, and the
I have
Dolphins
a
are going to be in the
mistrust
way.
for my own team. I have a mistrust for my own team. So that's why I tipped against them last week. I'm going to tip them this week, and I'm going to lose this week. This is not an example of the tip who you think's going to win ethos that I have used this season. I'm going against my fundamental core belief and worldview paradigm. I'm tipping the Roosters.
Okay. Matt, was that convincing enough for you to tip the Dolphins?
No, I was already tipping Roosters in this one. They're at home. They've lost Nathan Brown to suspension to that hit. I can't remember who he hit in the first game of the round last week. So veteran Dylan Napa replaces him. Roosters. I wouldn't call him a Roosters great. A Roosters former player, current player, hasn't played NRL since 2021 when he was playing for the Bulldogs. So, but whereas for the Dolphins, they get Ray Stone back from his broken hand, so SASA drops out. But our dear friend Elliot, who I need to listen to more, apparently, he reckons that the Roosters are going to go undefeated. They're going to win the next 3 games and be in with a chance to make finals, and then lose to the Rabbitohs in the last round of the match of the regular season.
Yeah.
So I think they win this one and also avenge their loss for that round 1 loss to the Dolphins at the start of this year that we went to.
Yeah, that was embarrassing. I remember that. That's great. Great day.
So I'll say Roosters win by 8.
Yeah, that's fair.
Dude, Matt's tips are great.
The Roosters versus the Bunnies at the end of every season, because that was the last game of last season as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Remember, because they versed each other. Ben was on TV, and then next week they were in finals. Yeah,
that's right.
2 years in a row. Stay tuned next year. We'll figure it out.
Good way to end the year, to be honest. I like it.
It's a good way. I am also going to take the Sydney Roosters here. I think it's. I agree with Elliot, and I'm going to follow his advice for the rest of the year. Next game, we've got the Melbourne Storm at home. Yep, Amy Park. We've got the Melbourne Storm hosting the Raiders. Melbourne Storm paying $1.29, Raiders $3.63. How many forward passes do you think the Raiders are going to get away with in this game? Probably not many, I imagine.
At least one.
At least one, you reckon? Ben, what's your over-under on the forward passes from Jack Whiten?
2.
2? Okay, cool. I'm going to take 3. Who's going to win this one, Ben?
Storm.
Terrific. Matt, tell us why the Storm are going to win.
Yeah, that's the difference here. I'm not entirely convinced that the Storm do win. I know the Storm get Jerome Hughes and Xavier Coates back from injury. Meanwhile, with the Raiders, they've lost Sebastian Chris to a hamstring injury. He's probably not going to play again until finals. So they've got their under-19s New South Wales star, Ethan Strange.
Yeah, strange move.
At center. Strange move.
Harley Smith-Shields just not involved anymore?
He must be hurt. Or maybe they've just, decided to give this kid a go. Let me check the Canberra injury ward. No, it doesn't say he's injured. Yeah, Kroger's out. Something's going on.
Yeah,
but
shit the bed.
Canberra have actually won their last 2 games against Melbourne. Both of those matches in Melbourne.
So this is the Schmoky?
I like the idea of Raiders winning in Melbourne 3 times in a row against the Storm.
Put those balls on the table.
It would be a balls on the table move. And you know what? At this point in the week, on Tuesday, I'm going to say Raiders win by 2 points.
Yes. Fuck yes.
But prepare for a flip.
Prepare for a flip.
Proudly presented sack.
Do you think Ryan Pappenhausen plays this year?
Maybe off the bench.
Played 40 minutes.
Bali, dude.
Cunts in Cairns, I think. Sunny Coast.
I think he'll come off the bench. He'll replace, who is the bench guy at the moment? Bronson Garlic. who's
Yeah.
playing 5-10 minutes at best these days. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Ooh,
if the Raiders want to tell everybody that they're a premiership threat, they need to stand up and beat the Storm right now.
Mhm.
I don't think it happens. I am still going to take the Storm. Last game of the round, boys. We've got the Newcastle Knights hosting the Bulldogies. Should I go first? I'm going to go first.
Take it.
I think the Knights they're on the upswing. I think they're going to get punched in the face eventually. I don't think it's going to be this week. Bulldogs do look good, but I'm going to take the Knights here, and it's not going to be much. It's going to be by 4 points.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew, you.
Yeah, I'm in that same realm of thinking. I think the Newcastle Knights do win, but I just have a feeling in my plums that it's going to be close as well. The Knights had a bit of a scare. What are you giggling at?
Just the way you said in my plums.
Oh, okay, well, appreciate that.
I can feel it all the way down in my plums.
Bradman Best, he's out with an injury. So Tuala's at center. Dogs get Luke Thompson back. First game of the year after doing a Lisfranc fracture in his foot during the preseason. Yes. So happy for him. But yeah, the Knights had a scare against the Dolphins last week. They only won by a small margin. This is a match they should win. And also the Bulldogs do have the worst defense in the league this year. Knights can score points. But the Dogs are coming off a bye. So I think it's going to be tight. I'll say Knights win by 6.
I've got Knights by 11 on this cunt.
Knights by 11. That's fair. What do we got through?
Oh, actually, also, by the way, I just reminded me of being I think this is the margin game. Last week, I actually got the margin correct as well in the Titans Warriors game, 10 points. So if I tipped the Sharks, I would have got a super perfect round.
Wow. That's perfect. You should have tipped the Sharks.
I fucking should have. I was super perfect.
You would have been 1 point behind this cunt.
I know. Fuck. How good would that be? Well, it'll happen this week. Raiders are going to win, and I'm gonna rock it up these ranks.
It'll happen. I'm just gonna click over to the Raiders here as well, just in case. Should we get some YouTube comments? Anything else to say about the week that is coming forth?
Yes. Does anybody know a good organizational pyramid chart printing place?
I think there's one on Da Nang Street, just around the corner from you. Yeah.
I'm not going to eat fish and chips there, but I'll get my sign there.
Vang Vien Way. Let's have a look
country.
Here. Speaking of
culturally insensitive cunt.
It's attached. Harry writes, if Ben flips on his who built the pyramids tip, I'm unsubscribing. So who built the pyramids? Was it you? You're building this pyramid.
The Egypt pyramids or the fish and chip shop pyramid?
The pyramid inside the fish and chip shop in Egypt.
Oh, wow. You've layered that too deep. You've lost a lot of people, including me.
No, Rugby League history got 4 upvotes on this. He says he can't stand Lizzo. Jamin Salmon is the Stephen Bradbury of the NRL, and he says this is the best bit. Doing accents of another ethnic group is not racist.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what I've been saying. That's what I said. That's what I said.
I think he is English though. And he's not he's English. I don't know.
You're stereotyping him.
They're not known for not being racist, is all I'm saying.
Yeah. And you're stereotyping him. So that's racist in itself. You'll be like, your race is racist. And you're like,
I think that the core of Australian racism comes from them. I think it's a learnt behavior from our father.
From our grandparents.
Yeah.
My grandma, shout out to her, she's not alive. Very racist.
Hang on 1 second.
Like not even just tolerably just deal with racist, just it's literally like leave the room racist.
Just out and out. What kind of things would she say?
I can't say the worst thing that she
We'll bleep it out. We'll bleep it out.
I'll tell you after we hit stop recording.
Okay.
You'll bleep it out.
We can just say now. I can bleep it.
I want the we could get our reaction to it.
Sure.
Come on, man. Stop trying to be funny and actually be funny, please.
That's it. That's the whole story.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
Could have been some good content there.
Yeah. Can you just say the second most racist thing she ever said?
Yeah.
No, I'd be putting words into her mouth. I only remember one specific thing that she'd said attached to my childhood.
Yeah, okay.
But don't worry, it'll set the scene for every other belief she'd have.
Probably just cut all that.
Mm-hmm.
Wobble and Jaw Sports writes that was a great edit to start the show. Holy shit. Ha ha ha. I agree. It was pretty good. I watched it a few times, actually.
Just
Yeah.
apple crunch.
Very good. William Pearson, bless you, William Pearson. I love you so fucking much.
Thanks, Willie.
Garreau has gone missing, so I think you might be my new favorite commenter.
Garreau?
Yeah, your new row. William Pearson writes, Storm have a good record in Penrith over the Panthers.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, cunt. Eat that shit.
Sorry, William.
I bet you tipped him, Willie.
I'm ready for William's new hot tip of the week in the comments. I'll look out for that.
Yeah. Keep an eye out for William's hot tip. I will jump on it. If you put it on, William, I'll jump on whatever tip you say. I'm going to ignore History of Football's comment because I think it's more Lizzo lyrics and I don't want to get cancelled.
No, I think it was a Soundgarden song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he commented, I think it was a Queens of the Stone Age song last week. So he's just dropping his favorite songs in the chat.
I appreciate it. Keep it coming.
Music recommendations.
Do a Lizzo song. What's next?
Is that all the comments?
I think that's it, yeah.
Well, it's time for a hypothetical.
Let's do it.
Anyone got a good one?
Oh, no.
I got hypothetical. That's all.
You got a pathetical hypothetical?
We don't put any preparation into this. We should stop. If we actually prepared and took this seriously, we could do so much better. So let's all just put our heads out of our asses.
I've got pages and pages of fucking notes, dude. If you ever showed up on time and said that you were going to be there, maybe. Here's what I know, Benjamin.
Also show random pieces of paper.
All that's on those papers are just your tips.
Yeah.
I want to see Mike's notes. Show me your notes.
I've got every bit of news. I've got the run sheet here. I've got every bit of news that we've ever done for like every single episode.
Dude, don't throw that book away. We're going to auction that off one day and donate the money to charity.
You want to see my notes? Okay, I'm not sure because I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you my laptop. I'm going to show you my laptop. I'm not sure if it'll get, but like this is a Word document, and I write this every single week. News and each game with all the team lists. Look, second page, third 3 pages. We're not taking it seriously.
We're not taking it seriously, man.
To update in real time, and then I'll just be like, "Yo, write me a fucking bit."
Fucking guy, hey.
Yeah. Anyways, I have a hypothetical.
Go.
My hypothetical is as follows: if you were a couch, what kind of couch would you be?
Oh yes, I know already.
Yeah. All right. Please tell us, what couch would you be, Ben?
I have 2 favorite types of couches, vastly different from each other. The first one is, you know, those like Victorian style pin cushion couches with like with like that burgundy sort of reddy brown.
Might have like those little metal things down the side.
Yeah, they've got all the trimmings. Uncomfortable as fuck.
Yeah.
Look awesome. Look baller as shit. The next one is the reclining, ugly, puffy couch where you sink into it and it absorbs you like a quicksand.
Yeah. The question is though, is like not which couch is your favorite, which couch are you?
I know. Yeah. You don't have to direct me on track. I know where I'm going with this.
Okay.
As much as I want to be the puffy couch, I'm the pin cushion. I'm the one that gets handed down to your grandkids when it doesn't suit their flat at all.
It's definitely like a tanned leather that's like starting to crack, and it's like your head. It's the same as texture as your skin on your head. It's just like really like coarse.
Dude, I need to start doing makeup for this. We need to fire costume. I don't know why we're both wearing black shirts. So costume we got to fire.
We need to get an assistant for you to wipe the sweat from your brow.
It's not sweating. It's literally so dry.
It's
It's the refraction of the light on the spherical surface.
What kind of couch are you, Matt?
I'll tell you what kind of couch I am.
Mhm.
The color of me is like a dark forest green. I'm like one of those like older style houses couches that the fabric is like, I'm guessing maybe some sort of like cotton or wool or some one of those ones. It's a little bit scratchy. It's kind of like one of those like old vintage couch. Yeah, it's a little bit scratchy, but it's still soft. It's soft and scratchy at the same time. It's L-shaped, so it's got little chaise longue on the right-hand side.
Okay.
And there is a little like an old like red and white knitted blanket hanging over the back of it. That's the couch I am.
It's beautiful. I don't know what sort of couch I am, but I think I'm going to be the couch from Salamander Court, the old faithful,
the big purple couch,
big blue. Sorry, it was purple. It was purple.
It was purple.
Big purple, fits everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Covered in cockroaches, and they only come out at night.
Yeah.
Not a blanket to be seen. If you wanted to sleep there, you had to bring your own blanket, bring your own pillow. It was good stuff.
Yeah, it was a comfy. You basically just lay on the couch and take one of the pillows off the back and put it on top of you.
Yeah.
There's your blanket. Yeah. Shout out to the purple couch.
All right. We are all on the Panthers. We are all on the Sharks. We're all on the Broncos. We're all on the Rabbitohs. We're all on the Wars. We're all on the Roosters. Matt and I are on the Raiders. Ben, you're on the Storm. And we are all on the Shiny Boys.
I got a hypothetical.
Go.
Okay.
Would you rather die in 5 years or live to 300 years old, but everyone else that you know and love lives just a regular length life?
Am I staying the same physically as I am now, or do I decay to 300 years old?
You decay, but like you're really fucking old man. Like you're old as shit.
Yeah. Let me ask a question here. Okay, just on that. So, do you just keep aging? So, like, you're going to get to 100 years old and basically be in a wheelchair, and then live for another 200 years?
It'd be diminishing marginal aging. So over time, each unit of age would sort of
it evenly.
Yeah, it plateaus out, sort of, but with a ever so slightly down gradient.
Okay, but yeah, so basically it's almost like elongating your useful years. You know, I'm not going to be like in a wheelchair at 100 and live for 200 years, just not be able to move my body.
When you're 100, dude, you're a fucking 100. And when you're 200, you're not twice as bad as 100 in terms of like physicalness, but you're really old, dude. Like,
okay,
you've had
so
to
basically,
every relationship, everyone you've ever loved doesn't exist anymore. You've seen the world change around you so much. You're so wise, but you cannot relate to the young ones at all. They're on another planet.
I can't relate to the young ones right now. I've just done a bit of quick math. Every year of your age, so every year that you age, is 2.625 years. Everybody else ages. If that makes sense. So you are 2.6 years behind everybody else every year.
Yeah. So we can stick with that. I can wrap my head around that. I can wrap my head around that. That's good.
Okay. I'm gonna take. I want to live for a long time. Yeah, let's take that one. Yeah, fuck it. I'll see the world in 100 years from now. Yeah, let's go.
I think so. I think I'm gonna go with that. Just be like the world's oldest person by a considerable margin, and be like, why won't this person die? And be like,
but your brain goes to mush.
I really wish I'd capped it at like 150 or 200 instead of going into 3. That last 100 years is really going to drag out.
How many prems do you think the Titans are going to win in that time frame? You think they'll still be waiting?
Two.
The W team is going to win this year.
Damn right, we are undefeated.
Thumbnail?
Yeah, we could do a thumbnail. Geez, what did we talk about today? Yeah, okay, we'll just do some random shit. I'll be a little pyramid. Yeah, that'll do.
There we go. Pick one of those. What do we talk about? We talk about the horse. We talked about Jerome Luai, Justin Holbrook.
Just the chip pyramid.
Pyramid scheme, just the chip.
The higher up, the organizational pyramid.
Get a pyramid and put fish and chip shop on the front of it. You know, that sort of thing.
Maybe I'll put us all in a pyramid for the thumbnail or something. I don't know.
I really want to invent
We'll
the
work on it.
logo and this pyramid for this hypothetical fish and chip shop.
Do it.
And
You've got-
it's gonna be, you know that, I don't want to name the name, but you know that fish and chip shop that's in Burleigh with the color that really doesn't work with fish and chips generally?
green.
Yes, they've got a green sign, a real fucking.
Bless you.
Could it be the
That-
same color as this?
does that
sort
come
of
through the
green?
mic?
Just a little bit. It's fine.
Damn it. I wanted to
Yeah.
get a full one through.
All right, someone take us out.
Take us out, Ben. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching another episode of Just a Tip. Matt's been Matt, Mike's been Mike, Ben's been Ben. Go fuck yourself. Good night. Always.
Goodbye,
Just.
everyone.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
But I just have a feeling in my plums
Mhm.
that it's going to be close as well.